Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube, welcome to my first vlog. I'm trying something new. I am on my way to teaching morning class. If you don't know me, my name is Tracy, aka Jiu Jitsu on this channel. This is my Jiu Jitsu YouTube channel. I'm a brown belt. I've been training for 10 years, and I decided I wanted to make some vlog style videos just to show what I'm working on. I've got a few competitions coming up. I've got the Denver Open in a week. I've got a local tournament called Sub League a week after that, and then I've got Masters Worlds in August that I'm really trying to prepare for. So these vlogs, I'm just gonna kind of vlog on my way to the gym, talk about the things that I'm teaching, the things that I'm working on. And then hopefully have some round footage with some round commentary to show what I'm working on and show what I need to improve on. So lately I've been working on arm in guillotines and knee bars, which, you know, you might think that those two things aren't very related, and well, you'd be right, but still, that's what I've been working on. But now, so this is back attacks week in class. So I'm teaching the bow and arrow, and I'm teaching the cross collar choke, and then we're gonna get some drilling, some positional sparring, and some rounds in. But after last week, when we were working on back defense, I realized that my back control has kind of stagnated. I haven't been taking the back very often. I've been focusing on mount and top position. So I think I'm gonna start working on taking the back this week. So that's gonna be the focus. I should be getting to the gym in, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes. I'm actually running a little late. I'm gonna be there 5 minutes early instead of 10, which is okay because some of my students open the gym for me if I'm not there 10 minutes early. But yeah, gonna work on attacking the back in rounds. I'll probably do 2 to 3 rounds, 2 to 3 3-minute rounds at the end of class today with some of the students that like to stick around and roll. And hopefully I can practice taking the back, whether that's off of a sprawl or a failed takedown attempt, and attacking the back from turtle, or using my guard, whether it's De La Hiva, my open guard, or half guard, closed guard, where I'm looking for underhooks and arm drags. So yeah, hopefully I'm able to show you guys some success in those positions. But yeah, one thing I really feel like is important to success in jiu-jitsu, well, I didn't say success because it doesn't really translate to competition success all the time, but what it does translate to is having a well-rounded game, and that's just taking risks and continually trying new things. Like, I'm not rolling in the gym to win. I'm rolling in the gym to practice new positions or practice positions that I'm not up to par with, in my opinion. And that means that sometimes I get tapped by students. I get tapped by people bigger than me that are lower belts, or I get, you know, beat, quote unquote, by people that I'm better than. But that doesn't really affect me, right? Like, that's where the ego gets left at the door thing comes in, you know? And I think that's kind of a cheesy saying, but it does hold true in the fact that, like, if you don't care about getting submitted, then you're going to be more willing to take risks, and you're going to be more willing to try new things and open up your game and not get locked into a single position or a single like A game type of round. The last thing I want is to have my round with everyone look exactly the same. So if I'm a really good pressure passer, I don't want to be pressure passing half guard in every single round because I get bored. My attention span's not long enough to just continue doing that over and over and over again. So I like switching it up. I like trying new things. I like taking risks, and that means that sometimes I lose, which I think is fine. As far as competition prep goes, you know, I have a competition in a week, Denver Open. I only got 2 people in my division, but I was sick the last 2 weeks, so I'm kind of just at this point just trying to get rounds in and see if I can get my cardio up a little bit more to the highest I can before competing. I'm probably going to taper down, not roll crazy hard on Thursday, but I will do rounds leading up to the competition, basically. So Yeah, I'm almost getting to the gym, guys. Let's roll.
All right, so I start by pulling guard here, right? My goal is to take the back, and Byron here is really well known for his defense. He is very hard to sweep, so I'm trying to get to a half guard, and I pull his posture down, looking to search for an underhook and start to take the back from there, right? That's my goal, is to look for underhooks here. So he's doing a good job of keeping his knees wide and his base low. He's sitting on my back leg, so I can't really move. And you can see that I grab his opposite sleeve with my left hand there. And I was going to go for a scissor sweep, but he starts to stand up. So look to close my guard or do kind of a half scissor sweep position. And I sit up when he postures back, looking for more of like a spider-ish guard. You can see my right hand grabs his sleeve, a cross grip, and then my left hand is grabbing his elbow and his shoulder or his armpit. That's what I use to arm drag and search for the back. Now, right here, I think I could have had more success chasing the back if I would have transitioned quicker, because the arm drag was successful. But in a competition, that's still 2 points, so I'm not mad about the attack. I'm just not getting to the position that I was looking for. So I settle side control after passing with a knee cut, and I establish my position by getting chest to chest and getting really heavy here. I grab his hip, looking for a little knee on belly action to turn him away from me, hoping that he'll turtle so that I can then attack the back. But he doesn't. He actually flattens out. And then when I try to weave his leg, he flattens even harder and turns towards me. It ends up allowing me to flip him, and he faces his hips towards me again, where I start to pass and transition to the back off of my pass. Right here, I'm almost to the back, but I'm not quite there. He's pulling my shoulder down, trying to pin my shoulder to the mat and climb his chest above mine, because that'll allow him to escape. That's a position that we talked about literally just last week. So he's pretty adept at escaping there. And as you can see, he uses that grip and our transition to get his back to the mat and defend the back. He knows that my goal is to take his back, so he's not letting me get there. Right here, we're in mount, and I'm going to be working a gift wrap, basically just trying to push his elbow across my center line. So if I can get his elbow across center line, that'll allow me to start exposing his back and then attacking his back, which is what I'm working for right now. I then decided that's not working, so I start threatening a cross-collar choke, hoping that I could get some movement out of him and then take his back from there. But he's defending really well and blocking my grips. He's also not exposing his back by turning at all. So it's definitely causing me problems as far as the back take goes. And I apologize for the camera work as well. This is just my GoPro on the ground because I didn't have a videographer today, so it's got a few bad angles, but we're making it work here. As you can see, I'm still attacking the cross-collar choke with not much success. I got my deep grip, but getting that second grip was posing some difficulty. So I tried to grab low to kind of do like a low single cross-collar grip, and the round ends there. So that's it for that round. For round number 2 here, I sit to my butt. I'm rolling with a tough blue belt named Chandler. He used to wrestle, and he's going to try and pass here using some side-to-side lateral movement. And he almost does, stepping directly to a knee on belly, forcing me to turtle, and then he spins around towards my head, then taking my back. So this is not going the way that I wanted it to. As you can see, I scoop my left hip over his bottom leg and dodge that hook. I then pass his foot between my legs so I can use it to recover guard. And right here, I try to bridge up on top of him because I feel like I can win that race. But he's a little higher than me, and he ends up coming up on top. I bring my bottom right knee in to recover a butterfly guard. And you can see me make a right hand grip across his body on his sleeve. And I use my left hand to pull his shoulder and take the back myself. So I'm on the back. I fight his left hand with my chicken wing grip. And I'm able to get my second hook, establishing back control. So I'm able to solidify my back position. Now my goal is to finish. As you can see, I'm on the underside with my right arm under his armpit, and my left hand is digging for a collar grip to try and tighten up that choke and look for either a cross collar or a bow and arrow. My right hand is tightening up the lapel, and my left leg is going to be funneling or trying to pummel over his shoulder so I can create more pressure. But he does a good job of defending here. And if you can see the upper right hand corner of the screen there, we actually started our round late. So our round ends, but I was able to successfully take the back. Here I'm starting my third round. This is actually with Byron again. And like I said, he's got a good base. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm definitely winging this commentary. My goal is to work on my rounds commentary and basically just use this as a tool to track my progress and track my goals. So hopefully you don't judge me too hard for the rambly commentary here. But I pulled a half guard, working a underhook or a arm drag. This seems to be my most successful attack at the back. I've got that cross collar grip or cross sleeve grip again, and my left hand's reaching for the elbow to try and drag his arm across my body and take that space with my chest. Now right here, he starts to threaten standing up, so I pull my bottom leg out of the half guard and I put it on his hip, but he dodges that and I'm able to relock my half guard. So he's putting pressure on. He's not quite in a knee cup position. He's still in the half guard, but like I said earlier, Byron's base is really good, and when he starts to threaten chest to chest here, it's definitely a problem. I don't want to be here very long, and I don't have a shin shield right now. So my ability to create space is limited, but I do have an underhook. You can see him take weight off his right hip, and I use my underhook to come up on my knees. And what I should have done right there is chase the back and transition immediately. But instead, I end up settling a sweep and then passing right away off of my sweep. So it's not the worst thing competitively, but it didn't accomplish my goal of practicing attacking the back, controlling the back, and submitting from the back. So we're inside control again. You can see Byron flattening his back to the mat very, very strongly, which really limits my ability to threaten the back takes. But here, he turns towards me to try and recover guard, and I'm able to step over and settle my mount position. That's another point where when he turned towards me to try and recover guard, if I'm able to step over to mount, I should have been able to transition to the back, but I just didn't attack it quick enough. And here I was able to get his elbow or get his shoulders vertical to the mat, and that allowed me to start opening up that opportunity for the back, but he flattened as soon as I started to threaten it. So you can see me with my right hand or my left hand, just whatever he turns, trying to shove that elbow across my body. That's what I'm looking for as far as exposing his back to start to take it. Now right here, he's keeping his hands low on my hips, so I'm trying to create a lot of pressure. I was thinking about getting a double underhooks and trying to expose his arm and turn him that way, but he escaped. He bridged and trapped my leg as I tried to go to side control and transition. But right here, he's got a half guard. I stand up and I start to work my headquarters style passing. So you can see that I am keeping my hips low, trying not to allow him to sweep me, and I do a little bullfighter pass or Toreando pass, which then ends the round, and I wasn't able to take the back at all during this round. Here we go into round 4, and I'm rolling with Sarah. I start on my butt, and if she stands up, I'm looking for De La Hiva. If she stays on her knees, I'm looking for half guard. So right here, she stays on her knees. She pushes my right foot down and funnels me directly into half guard, but she keeps pushing, I should say, on that bottom leg. And her goal is to get chest to chest, but when she does that, she raises her hips too high, and I try to invert using that momentum to sweep her. She comes back up, drives into me, and as she's driving into me, I try to get a headlock grip, which causes her to posture back. She postures back a little too far, allowing me to come up on a sweep. She kind of does accept the position here, so I don't count it as super legitimate. It's not competitive. It's not a competition in this sense, so just having fun. And as she gets past, she decides to turtle, and I use that motion to throw my left hook in and fall to that same side, which means I fall towards my bottom hook, and I can use my right hook, my top hook, to pummel and take the back. So right here, I'm able to successfully get my hooks and maintain back. So she's trying to peel my foot with her hand, and while she's doing that, I'm using that opportunity to attack her neck with my hands. Now, as I attack her neck, her hands move back up to my hands, allowing me to get my hook again, and then eventually move to the figure 4 here. And I don't figure 4 often because I got pretty short legs, but against people that I'm able to figure 4 against, I do. And it allows me to keep our hips angled in the same direction, and really makes it hard especially in gi, it makes it hard for the person to escape. Now, if I get stuck in a certain position or we're not moving that much, and I get bored, I'm going to eventually just kind of let go and allow the person to escape or transition, which is what happens here. I let go of the top hook, and she starts to drag my shoulder down, kind of like Byron did earlier, and comes up on top onto her knees, putting me back in the guard. Now, right here, I'm using sleeve grips and foot pummeling to maintain my open guard, either looking for a shin-to-shin entry to single leg X, or just a spider guard with my feet on the hips, looking to elevate her. Now she drops to her knees, so I'm looking for my butterfly or my half guard. But in this position, I allow my knees to get too close, and she actually steps over almost to mount, but I'm able to trap her foot here. In this position, I do a bad job of letting my arm cross her center line where she starts to attack the gift wrap. Luckily, I'm able to slide my arm over my head and escape the gift wrap, but she's still threatening passes in this position the whole way. As you can see, I got a butterfly hook with my right leg, keeping her kind of off balance. She eventually clears my left arm and gets her hips really close to the match, which makes it very difficult for me to elevate her or sweep her or even get to a deep half position, which is what I'm reaching for here. She is threatening my right arm this whole time with Kimura control or key lock control, and I'm kind of just turning my thumb back and forth to avoid the threat of submission there while I try to elevate her enough to create space and recover my decent guard here. So she's still attacking my arm. I'm starting to get back to a full 3/4 guard, but she still got me flat. So I actually abandoned my guard, try to turn down and turtle or come up on a single leg, but she controls my arm, preventing me from running away, and the timer runs out. So overall, really good round. I was able to take the back once, but got to deal with the flexibility in different ways.
All right. That concludes my training for the day. It's about 7:57. I stayed and talked with some of my students for an hour or so after class, but I'm honestly not sure how good of footage I got rolling, if it even like captured with my GoPro, because I was gonna have someone record me, but he didn't make it to class today, so that's all right. But thoughts, I was working on back takes, so I taught the back attacks. I taught cross collar choke and bow and arrow choke. That went well. And then sweeper submit, man, I've been focusing on top positions so much that my back control is just hot garbage. Like, I couldn't control back or get submissions to save my life. So when it came time to roll, my focus today at least was to look for back attacks. I rolled with 3 people. I rolled with 2 purple belts and 1 blue belt. And I think the most success I had taking the back was from arm drags, from half guard and from close guard. I used an arm drag 2 or 3 times from half guard to take the back, or chase the back, I should say. And then I got an underhook back take from half guard as well. That resulted in a takedown. So it seemed like a lot of my back takes when I was trying to chase the back with the arm drag or the underhook, my partner was seceding or accepting position, and they were just falling to their butt and recovering guard, which made it hard for me to chase the back. I'm not sure that's entirely realistic if it were to be like a competition, because most of the time people aren't going to want to accept those points, and so they'll fight to stay on their knees harder, and that would give me more of an opportunity to take the back. But I think I need to keep chasing the back in class or in rounds in the gym, even if they accept position, secede position. I think I still need to chase the back and practice looking to go to that position, because the more I get to the back, the better I'm going to be at attacking and controlling the position. Overall though, I felt like I had some success. My goal was to take the back, and I chased the back 3 or 4 times. I got back control twice. And yeah, overall pretty solid training session. I only got 3 3-minute rounds in, so not as much as I typically want, just because the class was even and I didn't want to take away training time for my students. But like I said, competition is in a week. My goal is just to get as many reasonably hard rounds in before then as I can, just to build my cardio up a little bit. Obviously I don't want to get hurt. My body's feeling a little weak still. I'm getting over a flu-like sickness. Literally this week, like halfway through last week, is the first time I was able to train in like a month. So definitely not in the bestest shape, but I'm confident in my technique. I feel pretty solid going into this tournament in Denver. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the round commentary, if it made it. If you like this video, or if you like the vlogs, make sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing. Helps the channel and motivates me to make more videos. So I appreciate you guys. As always, stay consistent, go train. We'll see you in the next one.